It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.
Hey, Steph.
Hey, Gary.
How are you?
How are you? We always talk at the same time. Do you know that?
Yeah, that's just the way it happens. But I have to do my half-second delay in the future.
Yeah.
So, hey, did you have a great time at Sarah's wedding like I did? I thought it was really pretty. It was a great wedding.
It was a really pretty wedding.
Yeah, we have some pictures. I thought we'd share some pictures. We do, yeah. Should share some pictures. Look at this. It's me and Steph.
Dressed up. And there's me and Sarah. Oh, she was like the most beautiful bride I've ever seen, I swear.
Yeah. There's
that one's so
Sarah and her
cute.
husband. That's my daughter, Annabelle. Oh,
they were just like so happy, like you could tell.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was so beautiful, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, and here's a little surprise for Steph herself. We got a little shot here we want to share with the audience from the wedding itself. Look at Steph. Look at him. She had no idea we had that. That is, you got the moves there, Steph.
This is so amazing.
Is that a beautiful dress or what? Steph, you
had
a beautiful dress there.
Yeah, thank you. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I'm like sweating.
We did not tell Steph that we were going to feature her dancing. I secretly shot that at the wedding.
That is so embarrassing. Also, I broke my toe.
That clip needs to be the promotion for this episode. We're on episode 36. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
rAVe TV episode 36 every Wednesday at noon all year long, except next Wednesday because it's Christmas week. But we're on ravepubs.com. We're on LinkedIn. We're on Twitter, on Facebook. And Steph, you broke your toe?
I did. I broke my toe on the dance floor.
Well, that must have been before then.
I think that was after. No, yeah, that was before.
Okay.
But yeah, someone was wearing like stilettos on the dance floor, and I was barefoot because I can't dance in heels. And they stepped right on my foot, and I felt something pop. And it's been swollen and purple, so I'm wearing my little boot. I've taped it up. So yeah, it's rAVe purple. It's 753 BBD purple. So
753 BBD. Speaking of, let's drop the big news of the day. We scooped the market with this news. Exertus purchased Almo Corporation, but not just Almo Pro AV, but Almo Corporation. So it's about a $2.5 billion deal. And actually, it's interesting because the Almo team will be running the new North American operations of Exertus and Almo combined, with Warren Chaikin serving as the president. And of course, John Dune will come over from Exertus, and Sam will be running the commercial. Sam Taylor will be running the commercial AV side of Exertus. So the new company is going to be called Exertus Almo Pro AV on the pro side, and then Exertus Almo on the residential side, I believe. But this is a big acquisition. This is one of the biggest acquisitions in our market's history.
Yeah, I mean, that was really big news. That was worth, like, you texted me I think you texted me at like 7:30 this morning. You're like, oh my gosh, this just broke. Like, we have to get it on the site. And yeah, that's big news. Exertus is kind of just out here purchasing just everybody.
Well, this, it means that there's really two big distributors left in the AV industry, right? That are the big ones in the commercial AV market. The two biggies now are TD Cinex and Exertus Almo Pro AV. And then you also have ADI, and you have some other companies out there, but the two biggies, which make up more than 80% of the market, are those two companies now. I don't know. I think it's I think it'll be interesting to see. I think it's good for Exertus. Definitely, it appears to be good for Almo and the Almo team because they're going to keep that intact. They're going to run it like Almo ran it rather than the way Exertus was running it, which is kind of interesting. So, a lot of consolidation in 2021. In fact, I'm doing a webinar tomorrow for Almo at 2 p.m.
Oh, very cool.
If you want to sign up for that, it's my top 20 products of 2021. So I'm going to go through product by product and pick the best new products from 2021. I'll give you a sneak preview of this later in the show, Steph, but I'm also picking out the top trends of 2021, and one of them is consolidation. There's been a lot of consolidation.
Yep.
Like look at TD SYNNEX. Used to be a Tech Data. It used to be a SYNNEX. Now they're TD SYNNEX. And look at AVI-SPL and SKC and Diversified in HB Communications. And I mean, it's been a lot of acquisitions in 2021, and we got another one to announce later this episode, don't we?
Yeah, we do. It's kind of just acquisition central here in the news lately. But it sounds like that's going to be a little bit of like a preview of your K's crystal ball for next year.
A little bit. Yeah, it will definitely be a preview. Yep.
So definitely looking forward to that. Yeah, we have our own news today.
We do.
So the rAVe agency, which is like kind of the big umbrella company that houses rAVe pubs and all the other things we offer, announced a partnership with QuestX for live content coverage of DSE 2022, which is so exciting. So as you know, we're very happy that DSE kind of came back together, and we're going to have another event in Las Vegas in March. And we are helping them put that on with their live coverage, and we're very excited about it.
And basically what this comes down to is what we've always done at trade shows is cover all the booths. It's putting us in a contract to do that, but also bring live coverage online to the online audience using our platform and using our voice. So we'll talk about more of it, but it's like what we've been doing for the last 10 years at ISE and Infocom. And of course we did it the last 5 or 6 years at DSE. It's more formalizing it into a program that's a little bit bigger. We're also going to help bring the advertising industry to DSE by having a private tour for advertising executives. We'll talk about that a little bit later because a lot of brands can take advantage of that, but we're excited that the show's coming back.
Yeah, for sure. And that story lives on ravepubs.com. And if you scroll down to the bottom of the story, we have a code. So if you are trying to go to DSE, you can use our code, which I believe is rAVE all caps 22. Let me scroll down to the bottom of the story here.
It is.
rAVE 22. It gives you 50% off admission on that day. So I think it's like $100 to go to that show. And then when you use our code, it'll be $50. So definitely do that. We want you to register. We want to see you out there. We love that we're getting back to normal, doing trade shows again, and we'd love to see you out there if you're planning on coming.
Definitely.
But yeah, do you want to talk about the Extron story?
Yeah, so Extron introduced a sub that is an in-wall or in-ceiling, I should say, CAN sub, which is nice because it actually has an output that's into the room rather than staying into the plenum space or into the roof, into the open area above a drop ceiling. And you can actually, if you want to add more lower output, you can actually have multiple subs in a room. So if you have a room like a classroom or a meeting room that you want to have some, take advantage of Dolby Atmos or any of these new audio standards, you now have the ability to put a sub in a room. And Extron's had a speaker line for many, many years. They just this week launched that 8-inch sub. So I suspect we'll see more from them in that size.
Yeah. That's interesting because I don't always think about Extron as an audio company. I think about them more in like matrix switchers. And
their speed. They are though. They have all their Dante stuff. But if you go to a lot of meeting rooms and training rooms and classrooms around the country, you'll see Extron in the in-ceiling speaker market. There's a lot of them out there. So, but moving on, let's see. I guess the next thing we have is we have a
commercial from Legrand. So they're doing their Talk and Tech series. It's with a couple of different ones of their brands, I think. So we've got another preview of their latest episode to show you guys.
So instead of doing a commercial, it's a preview of that episode. So check this out.
All right. At Mark Crushalow asks, we need help with a personalized design consultation. Is that something you can do?
Are you Mark Crushalow?
Don't talk about it.
Anybody, can you answer that question for us?
Whole console.
I got it. All right, Mark. We got a couple options here. We'll consider it a charcuterie board.
Ooh, yeah.
We've got assisted services. Maybe just a meat and cheese plate. Just something real simple. I just have a couple questions. Pick up the phone, call us. We'll help you. We'll guide you through your process. Or maybe you need a little bit more help. You need one of the experts. You need a Jeff or a Mike or a Luke because you don't really know what you're doing. Do you need some personalized design?
Yeah.
Expanded services. That's where you add in your fig dip and your olives and all of those other goodies in your charcuterie plate. 2 options: assisted or expanded.
Great answer.
That's a cool preview. I mean, what they've done, Legrand has put together some really good content to help educate you on their products and the technology and why they build things the way they do. And that tech series is that's a little preview of their Talking Tech series, which you can go at Legrand and see.
Mm-hmm. I like the analogy of like services to a charcuterie board. Because that's a good way to like describe it. Like, we can do like a little a la carte. You can have a couple things, and that's like your main course, your prosciutto and your brie. But then you can do all these other things, and that's your fig jam, your pickles, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's a good analogy.
You know who makes some good charcuterie boards?
Who?
Kelsey. Have you ever seen the charcuterie board she does?
I will do you one better. I've eaten a charcuterie board that she has done, and you're right.
I have not. She has not invited me to eat one. So.
Well, that's tough. I'm sorry to hear it. But she's really good at making charcuterie boards. But so in the name of the holiday season, one of our writers, Murphy Daly, wrote about 'tis the season to keep lists organized. So yes, Santa, he has his list. He's checking it. You've made your list of the last few things you got to do for the holidays, or the things you want, or the things you have to buy. But she also talks about like meeting agendas and how important it is as a project manager in our industry to keep a list, to keep herself organized throughout the end of the year and into next year. So she kind of just talks about a few different important lists that she keeps, and how those keep her organized and keep her on top of the projects that she's been working on. So it's a good little piece. It's a good, nice,
good advice. Good advice.
Yes, just a nice thing to wrap up the end of the year, and it's got that cute little graphic at the top. So,
hey, you know what I use this list? This is my list generator right here. I record voice notes into my phone all the time. That's my list.
You also do talk to text a lot.
I know it drives people crazy because then you try to read it. The problem is you got to remember to read my messages phonetically.
Yeah,
not actually what
true.
it says. Just say it out loud and you understand what it says.
Yeah, that's true. But okay, so we've got some news from C2G, which, as you know, used to be Cables to Go. They released a 1-port USB-C extender transmitter to receiver kit. So this was one of the tops. Yeah, this was one of the top stories on Pubs this morning. So I just thought that I would grab this and put this in here since a lot of people were already reading it. So it's a much needed product.
It's big because extending USB is very difficult to do. And what's cool about this, because it's doing USB-C, you can also use it to extend all USB. Mm-hmm. So it can be a universal USB extender. Because right now, 30 feet's the distance. And prior to this, the cheapest USB extender I knew of was almost $1,000. So this is pretty substantial.
Yeah. And that's apparently something that a lot of people in our industry have been asking for, correct?
Especially in classrooms where all of a sudden we've put in microarrays and USB cameras, and you have a camera in the front of the room, camera in the back of the room. Mm-hmm. You can't put the computer in the middle, right? The computer's going to be in a rack somewhere, in a box somewhere. So you're going to have a run that's longer than 30 feet from one of those two cameras. Like, you can put the mic near the rack, but you can't always put the camera. So you're going to need to extend those, and I think this is good timing.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, the next thing that we have to show, we have a commercial from Shure. This is about their IntelliMix room, so check this out really quick.
The first conference calls were simple. One person talks, everyone listens, end of discussion. As things progressed, companies tried the latest tools for connecting. Then, video conferencing exploded. More people, more rooms, more microphones. But without proper processing, added mics added issues. Echo, noise, too loud, too quiet. Digital signal processing hardware helps, but the cost and complexity confined great calls to C-suite spaces. What about everyone else? We could see each other, but could anyone understand what was being said? The audio revolution has arrived. Introducing IntelliMix Room, the first audio processing software for Windows 10 PCs optimized for Shure conferencing microphones. Rather than having to unbox and install multiple DSP units, simply download and deploy software to in-room devices in seconds. Requiring no messy cables, additional hardware, or bloated AV racks, more time and budget opens up to outfit more spaces. IntelliMix Room works seamlessly with the most popular conferencing platforms, reducing echoes, eliminating background noise, and delivering crystal clear calls. Thanks to decades of Shure audio expertise, the days of complex DSP hardware end with a simple download.
Hey. Well, as you know, Gary, we've talked about how this week was just a big week for acquisitions. So this wasn't quite as giant of news as the Exertis and Almo news, but Uniguest acquired Planet eStream. So this is kind of like a mesh of markets between digital signage and education. So Planet eStream is a video platform provider for the education sector. So basically, they merged to be able to continue providing signage solutions for schools. So, these acquisitions it's really crazy.
And Uniguest, as people may know, is owned by Triple Play, who's a giant digital signage company that also owns OneLAN, ONELAN. They've purchased, I don't know, probably a dozen companies in the last 10 years. They've big kind of roll up. And this particular, as you said, Steph, this particular acquisition improves their exposure in K through 12 specifically.
Yes.
And that's a big deal. And of course, although they're based in just the UK right now, they're going to definitely take this global.
Yeah. I mean, whenever you see a lot of big acquisitions like this, you can tell that they're going to start trying to merge into other markets. So they're trying to merge into the education sector. That means that they're going to try to merge into the education sector across a few different countries. So yeah, right now this is in the UK, but I wouldn't be surprised in 2022 if we start to see it hit in the US.
Yeah, before we do our the case study, I want to mention a couple things. First off, we're not going to have a show next week because we are going to be closed to give our team the ability to observe the holidays, whichever holiday they celebrate. We actually have our company holiday party on Saturday. It's kind of cool, actually. We're going to do it at this place called Boxcar, which I've never been there, but I know Steph seems to be familiar with it. Why don't you describe what it is?
So Boxcar, the best way to describe it is both a bar and an arcade for adults. So it has like a barcade. So they've got, all types of drinks, full bar. And then they've got arcade games from when I was a kid down to arcade games from when, Gary, you were a kid. They've got pinball machines. They've got skee ball, but they also have a 2-person Halo game. They have, I can't remember if they have Guitar Hero at the Durham one or the Raleigh one only. And then there's Dance Dance Revolution. There's just every game under the sun. So you go, you drink, they have pizza, and then you play arcade games all night. It's gonna be a really fun holiday party, and I am happy that I got to.
We also do a Secret Santa.
Yeah, we do, and that is. Steph? I'm not telling you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you after.
Can't you tell me now? No one's listening. Come on, tell me.
Yes, they are. Because everyone always wants me to have them. Because
I know you gave me the best gift. You gave me the best gift last year. I'm going to wear that gift next week, or week after next, so people can see it. Last episode of the year, because she gave me a killer gift that I was actually at. Well, I'll wait. Let's keep it a surprise. Let's keep it a surprise.
Yeah, keep it a surprise. And then when you wear your gift, our next episode, then you can explain why you like it so much. But yeah, I just pride myself on being a really good gift giver. So I don't want to tell you. I'll tell you who I have at the end, and I'll tell you what I got them, because I think they're going to really like it.
I wish it was me again.
I don't know. I don't think I know who has you.
Okay, so all right. Well, Madeline's yelling at us saying that she scammed the system so that we couldn't get each other.
No, I think that what she did was she set it so you can't get the person you you had last year.
Okay.
So like no one got who had it, so they had to get a new person this year. But
all right, so say here's the deal, Steph. You're getting ready to buy a yacht.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting ready to buy a yacht.
Yeah.
So therefore,
do.
this was a timely story because your yacht
I'm
is
yacht
on
shopping
order.
right
It just
now.
has not.
Yeah.
Go
And
ahead.
I'm just looking for the right loudspeakers and subwoofers for my yacht. So if you're looking for, some speaker and subwoofer solutions for your mega yacht fleet, Rinkus Hines recently did it for the Silver Yachts brand, which I just think is it's just like so interesting. I was like, oh yeah, I guess people who have yachts do need sound solutions for those. But yeah, the yacht company prides themselves on being really forward thinking with everything that comes on their yachts. And Rinkus Hines kind of designed a like weatherized sound solution for it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that'll fit right in. Are you going to get the silver yacht or the black yacht?
Probably silver. I wish they had gold or like pink, but I guess I'll go with silver.
You're talking about like the pink, like the what's the rose gold that Apple has? It's pink.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, I think
that's what color my phone is. So I want a yacht that matches my phone in a perfect world. But
makes sense. So I'm going to give you a sneak preview of my best products of 2021. You want to see a couple of them?
Oh, please. Yeah. Show me a few of them.
So check this out. Here, check this out. So this is one on the Shure Microflex ecosystem, which ironically we just saw. And another one, a little sneak peek, is the Aver VB130, which I love this product. I
know you love it. You talk about it a lot, which it is cool because I've watched you with one. Oh, I just smacked my mic. Sorry.
That's right.
I've watched you with one where you've like been in where you've been in front of it and then you've walked away and it stopped picking up your sound because it sensed that you walked away.
Yeah,
so
that
it was
audio fencing,
very
as it's
cool.
called, audio fencing. Another one of my top products of 2021 is the Sony 100-inch Pro AV monitor.
You've talked a lot about that too.
I mean, it should not be a surprise the products I pick for 2021. But
they're all the ones that you've just talked about liking.
Yeah. So, I'm going to start out that session. It's tomorrow at 2 p.m. You can get an hour's worth of VIXA CTS-I, CTS-D, and regular CTS credits. All you have to do to register is go to almoproav.com. And then once you go to the website, click on education, then click on webinars, and you can sign up. You get full CTS credits, good last chance CTS credits. And the beginning of the session will be all the trends from 2021 that will move into 2022. And the second half of it is my top 21 products for 2021, not 20 products, 21 products for 2021. Steph, what a day it's been.
What a day it's been. What a year.
And supposedly we're going to have lunch. Supposedly someone's buying us lunch today.
That's nice. Is
you know
that someone? Is the someone that's buying us lunch you?
Well, I guess in a way it is, but I'm not having to pick it up. But I will say one thing. Guess what movie I'm going to go see this afternoon?
What are you going to go see this afternoon?
Guess.
Are you going to go see? Are you going to go see the new Spider-Man?
No. Is that Spider-Man movie out? I didn't think it was out yet.
Comes out. It comes out. Oh, it comes out tomorrow. I'm going to go see it Friday.
I'm going to see the new Ricardo movie, which is all about Lucy and Ricky Ricardo. I love that. I love that.
Very cool.
So
very cool.
Give a report on how good it is. So.
And I'll give a report on the new Spider-Man movie.
Thank Madeline for behind the scenes, keeping it a secret for that. Oh, we should play that again, Madeline. Let's roll that video again so we can go out with the amazing moves from our own Steph.
All right.
Broadcast today with this. Thanks for watching.
I quit. Bye.
It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.